Next four competitors for pre-dinner category here in WCC 2017 in Copenhagen, Denmark, are setting up their stations. Meanwhile, for those of you who are here, unfortunately, guys at their computers or tablets or whatever it is, unfortunately, you cannot get it. But for the rest of you, there's a surprise. Do you want to try these cocktails that these bartenders made before? We have a sample bar just here in the corner, where you are welcome to go and try samples for all our competitors here. So they are working there for you and serving samples of their creations, which is a very cool thing to have, isn't it? So please welcome. Good evening, sir. It's good to have you here. You have your 1 minute for your personal presentation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mario Hofer, and I'm coming from the beautiful country of Austria. A warm welcome also to the IBA family, and thanks for having me here. I'm presenting today my pre-dinner cocktail named Rosé Sissi, based on Finlandia vodka, Chivar Sangria, the beautiful sparkling wine from the house of Schlumberger in Austria. To give it a little bit a nice balance, I'm dashing the cocktail with aromatic bitters, orange bitters, fresh orange for the aroma. The garnish for the cocktail is the eatable, of course, eatable gold with the celery, pitahaya, papaya, and beetroot. The inspiration behind my cocktail is based on the history of Empress Sissi and Emperor Joseph. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mario. Station number 2 here from your left. Good evening, sir. Good to have you here. You have 1 minute.
Hi, my name is Anton Zhabin and I represent Russia. My country is well known for impressive variety of nations, territories, and a great cultural heritage. I guess every one of you knows several famous Russians, from Tolstoy and Dostoevsky to Mendeleev and Pavlov, Yashin and Tretiak. But I'm sure we know one man who changed the world in 2 hours and united countries and nations across the borders in just 108 minutes. I am talking about Yuri Gagarin, the first man in space. In my cocktail, I aim to show the diversity of the richness of our world and show rich Russian taste. As Gagarin said before the launch, "Поехали, let's go."
Thank you very much. Station 3 here. Good evening, sir. Good to have you.
Nice to have you here. 1 minute now? Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Milos. I'm representing Bartenders Association of Serbia. I will tell you a short story about my inspiration. My name of my cocktail is Gusano Hambriento. That means hungry caterpillar. My sponsored drink is mezcal. As some of you know, in some mezcals you can find caterpillars. Therefore, I took my inspiration on a vacation, and suddenly meeting with a caterpillar, I got inspired. As some of you know, caterpillars are small creatures. They are not favorite in a society. But later on, they become one of the most beautiful creatures on the world, butterflies. So as in life, you can hide in your shell for your whole life, or with hard work and hungry for success, you can make difference and become something that is hard not to see or mention. So as one wise man once said, when caterpillar thought it was the end, it becomes a butterfly.
Thank you very much. And station number 4 here. Good evening, my friend. Yeah, the microphone is yours. 1 minute.
Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Margus Sillanpää. I'm coming from Finland, which is actually celebrating quite shortly our 100 years of independence. And that is why I wanted to use Helsinki Dry Gin, which is the new sponsor of the IBA. And in my cocktail, I will keep the Helsinki Gin as a king of the cocktail. It's the main thing. But with the colors, with the aromas, I wanted to celebrate the Finnish nature as well, because it's the most beautiful in the world, and that's why the color, it's called autumn colors, because it has all the colors of Ruska, which means autumn colors, green, blue, red, and it's. I just wanted to combine the nature and the high quality of Finnish gin in one glass. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we have 4 judges ready. Yeah, seems so. 4 competitors. Spot on, ready to go. Okay, though. 7 minutes on the clock in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Now we just started on the second round and before dinner cocktail.
Yes, and this is where we see here on camera right now Mario Hofer, one of the great bartenders here today, and one of the guys that I have
Definitely.
a huge amount of expectations for. This is the 2010 Super Final winner and 2 times bronze medalist from 2012 and 2014.
That's a nice score.
That is a great score in classic cocktails. It is so rare that you see repeat winners within classic cocktails.
That's really rare, yeah.
For him to make it not only to the World Championships on so many occasions, but for him to bring home medals 3 times, that is crazy. Really, really high expectancy for Mario here.
So, station
We also
1, we have here competitor from Austria, Mario Hoferer.
With
And
the
he's
Hungary.
mixing in a vintage martini glass his Rosé CC. Rosé CC is 3.5 centiliters of Finlandia vodka, 1 centiliter of Giffard Sangria, 2 centiliters of Schlumberger sparkling wine brut, 1 dash of Angostura aromatic bitters, and 1 dash of gold. It's garnished with papaya, pitaya, Thai pineapple, beetroot, celery, basil, and lavender. It's Mario Hofer, Austria Station 1. Station 2, chilling off his glasses right now. Anton Zhabin, all the way from Russia, and his 108 minutes, which is shaken and served in a vintage martini Libby glass. It is 3 centiliters of Havana Añejo 3 years old, 3.5 centiliters of Riga Black Balsam Classic, 0.5 of Monan Falernum, 2 centiliters lemon juice, freshly squeezed, and 2 dashes of Angostura aromatic bitters, ginger root, and 4 slices fresh. Garnished with orange, cucumber, and iris.
Some great technique we see out of Russia here, with the napkin on the glasses while icing up, making sure everything is as neat as he can. Here, zesting with pincers, not even touching the orange peels. It's beautiful work,
Everything comes down to the detail on these ones.
indeed. What you gotta
Station
make
3, all the way from Serbia, Milos Janosevic and his Gusano Hambriento. The drink is served in a vintage martini glass. It is shaken. It's garnished with grapefruit, lemongrass, carrot, and white radish. Gusano Hambriento is 4 centiliters of Jim Beam White Label, 1.5 of Mezcal Peloton de la Muerte, 1 centiliter Monan Framboise, 0.5 lemon juice, 3 dashes Angostura bitters, and 2 dashes of the Bitter Truth Creole bitters. All of that is for Milos Janosevic. Gentlemen, you are halfway. And station 4 here, on your right-hand side, far end stage, is Markus Sillanpää from Finland. And his autumn colors, which is made using mixing glass technique, served in a vintage martini Libe glass, garnished with pink grapefruit, yellow beet, and the lily grass. Autumn colors from Markus, his 5 centiliters of Helsinki dry gin, 0.5 of Giffard Pink Grapefruit, 0.5 of Monan Orange Spritz, and 2 dashes of Angostura Bitters, and 2 cardamom seeds. All of that is Markus Sillanpää from Finland.
All right, thank you, Ansys, for those presentations of the cocktails. We actually already have one guy shaking. That was Milos Janovic from Serbia. So he is already pouring up his cocktail.
The Hungry Caterpillar.
The Hungry Caterpillar with 2 minutes and 15 seconds more or less back on the clock. We also here see Mario Hofferer pouring up his cocktail. This is something that I am really excited for. This guy is nothing short of a legend within the IBA scene.
And now, when you're saying that, and we also got a great introduction of his cocktail, what do you think about his choice of
2 minutes?
ingredients?
I think his choice of ingredients is very safe. Very safe and it's very solid. He's using Finlandia classic vodka. Nice vodka with no really strong aftertaste, which is what you want in a vodka. Greffat Sangria, it mixes with something that tastes very little, so fine with the vodka. And he's using a bit of sparkling white wine, some dashes of Angostura aromatic bitters. This really complements the sangria well. This is something we in Denmark would love in gløgg. A lot of the ingredients we find in Angostura,
And to get these spicy notes.
indeed, we would combine with spicy notes to get that going. And then, because he is a world champion, edible gold, just for the hell of it, right? We are again seeing 2 guys mixing, 2 guys shaking. No girls so far on stage, but we should have one in the last heat. So yes, there are female bartenders out there competing.
Markus Sillanpää, Finland, station 4. Meantime, we have 1 minute remaining. 1 minute, gentlemen.
As you can hear, the crowd is not going as crazy as they do while flaring. But Finland, again,
Look at the smile.
a country known for good bartenders, good solid cocktail bartenders, and a great bartenders association. And they're here to back up their boy. Markus, he brought the home team with him. Let's see if he can pull it off and make it all the way to the final.
Yeah, let's have a see.
Again,
30 seconds.
30 seconds left of the clock, and our last competitors are rounding off. Serbia putting on garnishes, Russia garnishes, Hofferer garnishes.
15. 10. Station 1,
There we
Austria.
Austria done
Station 3,
just
Serbia.
within time.
And time's up.
And Russia is hitting overtime, unfortunately.
Station 2, Russia. Thank you, gentlemen.